for Maryland, Rachusa for the Orange. As we are just about set to go here from Syracuse Stadium. And we are underway. And Maryland is going to get the first opportunity of this game. Weirden did his job against Loyola. He can't put that loss on him as the Terrapins look to try and break that losing skid. They are not familiar with regular season losses, Bender. Bench. This is Kelly. He'll try one and score. What a start for Maryland. It's Daniel Kelly, who had 4 against Loyola, that gets Maryland on the board.
You know what they say, feed the hot hand. Daniel Kelly, really good game against Richmond in that first game, then 4 goals last week. And that was a game where the offense very stagnant for this Maryland team. So this is a great sign to see him get him going. You see them coming around from X. Kelly waiting at that left point position. That's a phenomenal shot, low and away. Tough for the keeper to really even see it in this position. That's a great start for the Terps.
Well, we talk all about the freshman for the Orange, specifically Spallini. Fantastic vision in the offensive zone, gives it off to Chorus, back to Brennan on that near side. Brennan trying to work his way in. He'll give it off to Kelly. He's already got one. That one off the post. But it comes back to Brennan. Maryland is going to keep the possession here. Shot clock at about 55. Here's Kelly. He'll try another one. That one just high, but Erks is going to keep the possession. Here's a look at that shot off the crossbar. So close from Kelly as Erksa comes around. He's going to turn, shoot. That one saved into the air and into the goal by Chorus.
Just I was getting ready to say, I like that they were feeding the hot hand in Kelly, but a really good coming around from X for Maryland. And you get those second chance opportunities when you keep blistering shots at the opposing keeper. You see it right here. Chorus doing such a good job on this play. See him waiting on that front doorstep. He didn't get the initial pass, but waiting patiently for that rebound coming off the pipe there and just finishing it home. This is a really important hot start that Maryland's got off to.
Daniel Kelly, just confidence in his shots.
These years, he's a perfect example of a leader that they'll need to step up.
Dante Trader's going to use his speed, take that into the offensive zone. Now he's going to cut to the middle. Could not get a look there at the goal. Going to give it off to Erksa. Now Trader's going to run back as Owen Murphy will come in. Owen Murphy started off the year strong against Richmond, but Loyola did a great job to keep him quiet. As it gets over to Spanos. He's going to give this off. That's Maltz, a rip and a goal. 3-0 Terps.
Exactly where Maltz is going to be. Spanos just finding Maltz right there, coming off that screen, and a lot of separation right here. This is a shot that a guy in that Maryland lacrosse offense is not going to miss too often. He puts it in a tough place for Mark to save. That's well done. 3-0. Really important that Maryland's got off to this hot start.
Up the ground ball. That pass high for Lacey. But Lacey tried to get it back. He could not. Miscue on the pass is going to give Syracuse another chance. This is Finn Thompson. This is Spallina behind the goal. He's going to give it off. Leo, a shot in the goal. Spallina with the assist. It's 3-1.
Right there on that left side, but that's huge if you're Syracuse. I mean, that was a potential chance for Maryland to go up by 4 goals here with 4 minutes.
Spallina will give that off to Hiltz. Now in the 6 of Alex Simmons. Simmons, that ball poked loose. A shot from Hiltz. That went in. Oh, wow, what a rip there from the redshirt sophomore.
And sometimes plays like that's all it takes to get you back into the game. Syracuse, they forced 2 turnovers to start this second quarter. And right here, just a little bit fortunate. Bounce comes here. Hiltz sees it the entire time. He picks it up, and that's a phenomenal rip right there. I mean, not much Dolan can do about that one to save it, and that's a really big goal. Syracuse getting back into it.
That's about as hard of a shot as I've seen all year by Owen Hiltz. Just phenomenal.
Like him as people who can lead some of these younger players. It's tough to get that experience so early in your career, but Gates had to go through that with this incredible freshman class already.
This is Luke Roa. He's going to pass that off. Spallina. Cole Kurse, the grad student, working on Dante Trader. Trader kind of trying to keep him as far away as possible. Great work there from short stick D midi there. Rose going to try a long shot. It's in. We're tied at 3. A 3-0 run for the Orange. And just another rip from this Syracuse offense.
Unreal. That's really just an unreal shot right here from the Orange. You saw Dante Trader doing such a good job on the initial possession. Right here, look, just a little bit of separation over that right shoulder of the short stick, and that's just such a tough shot, and that's hard to see, that's hard to stop if you're Dolan. In Syracuse, they're a really good team offensively, Tyler.
And now Maryland down to just 21 seconds. Kelly's been letting it fly all day, connected on his first, but since then, nothing. Here's Spanos to Kelly again. This is Murphy. We know he's got a cannon. They're going to get it to him here. Murphy, a goal! And boy, did Maryland need that. Owen Murphy lets it fly from distance. A great find there by Kelly. And it's 4-3 Maryland.
And I stood corrected there. That extra 30 seconds is exactly what Maryland needed right there. Finally getting it to one of your best players this year. You're going to have to rely on Murphy to be a high-tier goal scorer this year. And that's a great shot right there. You finally find him on that opening there. Syracuse did such a good job running that 5-man rotation in that extra man opportunity. They were doing really well rotating and not letting Maryland really get much. They weren't finding any cutters or cross-court passes.
Skip put a lot of them on target, though. And the ones that have been on target, Will Mark has 10 saves. That pass is high, but caught by Spanos. Coming inside, that's Murphy. Long comes to the front. He's going to try one and score. Kyle Long dancing around the defenders to make it 5-3.
Long's going to be one of those favorable for him. You see him right here, Long. He's got the short stick on him. He knows that he's got to just take him around and get to that top side. Defender unable to stay with him. He gets that right shoulder separation, and that's a pretty easy finish right there from about 5 yards out.
Springfield
keeping hold of the ball and then racing down the field.
Here's Kors coming through. He'll try a shot low. It's in. A 3-0 run for Maryland and the former Loyola.
Right here, Kors coming around. He has separation. Mark sees him. He has a tough angle, and he's just unable to get his stick down in time. So Kors fortunate that. Maryland going to take it. 3-0 run to start the game. 3-0 response by Cuse. And now Maryland 3-0 run.
Goals of the year. This is Murphy. He's going to cut across. Now come back. His shot goes in. A bouncer gets by Mark, and Maryland's offense can do no wrong right now.
Maryland hadn't had too much success spinning the ball around in this second quarter, trying to find the open guy. So they've resorted to getting that short stick matchup early. Owen Murphy recognized it. This is a really good move right here. You see him quick stop and turn. The short stick is too small to recover in time there. You can't get the stick into the shooting lane. So this is a really smart play. Murphy, once he gets that little bit of separation, pepper that one low and into the ground. That's a tough save to make for Will Mark. And the run continues. Play, you keep possession.
Ursa's going to get it back across for Kelly, who could not find the goal. That's another great save by Mark, but it's still loose. Picked up by Landon Clary. Risky there. That's Long working there on the ride. But a nice job by Max Rosa to get around him.
Maryland ride, always really good. Coach Tillman takes a lot of pride in that. And you saw
Cook. Cook coming around. His shot scores. Griffin Cook with a rip there. It's 7-4.
That's a big goal right there. Really, really big. You stop that 4-0 Maryland run. And to think it all started with Maryland nearly getting that failure to advance, but Cook coming around right there. And they've had a lot of success on this exact kind of play. They come from X. They have the long stick on him. That's a really tough shot. He just gets that little bit of separation right here. Cook with a phenomenal shot, and looks like Dolan.
Over, it's caught by Ursa. Now Ursa's going to come around. His pass to the middle. Spanos, shot saved by Mark. An incredible save by the Syracuse goalie, who has been great all day. And finally a whistle. And that's going to go Syracuse's way.
Spanos shot right here. Great save by Mark. And then that Maryland ride gets a little bit too aggressive right there, trying to get it back.
I'm still impressed that Ursa caught that shot just over the top of the goal.
It made me chuckle a little bit.
Here's a rip from distance, it's in. Jake Murphy, the 5th year with the goal, and it's 7-5.
They've had the most success. Syracuse, a team that kind of rips through, and Murphy kind of just came in untouched. He looked a little bit surprised right here. You see him just in his cradle, winding up for the shot, and no one stopped the ball. That's the biggest thing. You got to stop the ball here. And instead, defender backs off, and he takes advantage of that.
The 5th year, Jake Murphy's played a lot of Loachman to start the season. Nothing against Loyola, but he's back on track today. Murphy a pass. This is Kelly, a goal. You cannot leave DK wide open. He's going to make you pay. It's 8-5.
DK, I like that nickname for Daniel Kelly right there. Kind of a DK Metcalf aspect, receiving this pass right here right away, quickly getting rid of it into that lower corner. That's a phenomenal pass to the inside, and Kelly does a nice job just finishing low. You got to finish low when you're in front. It's very hard for the...
Kept a streak alive for Maryland, now 59 straight games with a player with a hat trick. Here's Kelly. Thought about just going for it there. This is Geppert. It's a pole goal for Maryland, 9-5. His 2nd of the year.
The Maryland bench reaction will tell you all you need to know about how excited they get when a pole goes. I mean, Geppert's the guy who started this Maryland season with their first goal, and right here notching one at the end of this first half. This is a really important goal. You go back up by 4. You were in this position just moments ago before Syracuse started to break that run. Now Maryland getting hot of their own. They're getting everyone involved. Geppert with the strike.
No, Geppert, but they've been very efficient on their shots today as Leo comes through. He's going to try one, and it goes. Got it high just under the bar, and Michael Leo gets us started 9-6.
Tyler, you just mentioned how important that first goal of this half is going to be, and Michael Leo starting with a bang for the Syracuse team. Another look at it right here, coming down that Roy has the separation, and this is a really great shot. Top cheddar in that right corner. Owen unable to get to it, and now Syracuse with a little...
Give it off to Hiltz. Hiltz getting around. His pass comes to Spallina, denied by Dolan. But did that go in? They're going to say no. It's going to be Maryland ball still, but found the back of the net. Syracuse was cheering for a second. Let's take another look.
And it looks like, oh yeah, just coming in the crease right there. That's a violation. That's why that goal got waved off. But a little bit uncharacteristic today. A lot of drop passes, a lot of throws that have gone not the way they wanted it to go. And those little mistakes hurt. We've seen Syracuse take advantage of it multiple times. We'll see what they can do here.
This is Kirst coming through. His shot finds the net. And Cole Kirst makes it 9-7.
Right on cue. Just talking about that mistake on the other end, Owen Murphy, how Syracuse would respond and use that to their advantage. And right here, Kirst doing it. Really nice lefty shot coming down that left alley. And Dolan, he's having a little bit of a hard time seeing some of these shots right here, given this is a very tough shot, but another look at right here, kind of just whizzes by him. He might be feeling...
See if they can get him back. Get Spanos to come up. That's what they will do. This is Maltz. Maltz a pass across. This is Kelly right at the goal, and he will get that hat trick. 60 games in a row for a Terrapin to find the net 3 times.
Daniel Kelly with some incredible footwork right there in the crease. You saw when he made that catch. There was a lot of pressure on him right here. Really nice pass. Now you see him right on the crease. Doesn't step in it, just waits, gets the goalie, gets Mark to kind of nudge out a little bit, put the stick up high, and then that becomes a really easy finish for Kelly right here. What a day he's having.
And that's just calmness right there in front of the goal. It's a one-on-one situation.
He did just that, and he's been really good for this Maryland team so far this year. He's kind of stepped up exactly where they've needed him to.
as Weirman wins another faceoff. Well, there's not really a clear number one offensive option for Maryland. Trader coming through. He's going to shoot and score. Dante Trader with the goal. Off the football field, onto the lacrosse field to make it 11-7.
And I think this is exactly what this Maryland bench has been looking for all year. You can see they're literally.
And into the game comes Chorus. Chorus to the middle. He's going to pass that off Spanos. Spanos to spin another. That shot denied, picked up by Kelly, who could not find the goal. Just gritty defense here. Will Marcotte outside of the goal, a fight for this ground ball as Urksa comes through and gets it. Comes back to Long. Long, a great pass across. That's Kelly again, his fourth of the day.
Kelly just missing on the doorstep moments ago. What does he do? He stays patient, he stays within the play. He was part of that huge scrum to get that ground ball. And a lot of credit here to Urksa. How did he come up with that ground ball? I'll never know. But then Kelly coming up on the doorstep. This time.
At Syracuse, they're going to have to start getting to work here, Ben. That clock is just going to keep ticking down as Spallina comes from behind. He's been held to just one goal today. Excuse me, one assist. Has not found the net. But there's a shot, tough angle it goes. I'm not quite sure how he got that off, but that's Jackson Burtwhistle who cuts this lead down to 4.
And isn't it incredible, Tyler, how every time Maryland on the other end has a couple golden opportunities to make something happen on the offensive side, it's Syracuse that comes through the other way. And well, like you said, I don't understand how this shot is even humanly possible, an inhuman shot coming the other way from Syracuse. That's incredible, and that's big to get them back in this game.
Yeah, that's tough defense there by Dante Trader.
Efficient all game long, got 18 shots on the day, 8 of them you've scored. We'll see how they can respond with that, keep themselves in this game. You got to be in a good position heading towards the 4th.
This is Michael Leo. Defense on him by Dante Trader Jr. Coming through his Burtwhistle, another goal for him to make it 12-9, and number 9 finds another tough angle and just gets it into the back of the net.
Like you said, tough defense coming from Maryland, and Syracuse has done that a couple of times in this game. They've had the defense draped all over them like a blanket, and yet these Syracuse midfielders, attackmen, just finding somehow, some way, low-to-low shot right there. That's kind of tough to save when you're really far away. Dolan, once again, just kind of a little bit late reacting to it.
Get forward for the Orange. And into the stick of Hiltz. Maryland with 46 shots. Syracuse still looking for number 20, and they'd love for that to be a goal. 17 saves for Will Mark for the Orange. Row back to Hiltz. This is Spallina. Behind the back, it's in. What a goal from the freshman to make it 12-10.
Quiet all game long. And what does he do here in the 4th quarter? One of the biggest moments of the game. Team behind by 3, need a goal bad. He pulls that out of his sleeve. That is just an incredible shot at incredible timing. The freshman making highlight reel level plays here. This one is going to be...
He wasn't even looking bad.
This one is going to make some Instagram and Twitter pages, that's for sure.
What a ridiculous goal from Joey Spallina. We talked about how he has not scored.
A lot to look up to and the way this young core is played on offense.
That's a man-up opportunity and a goal. That's Kyle Long. The penalty was on Rachusa. Maryland did not waste much time there, did they, Ben? 9 seconds into the man-up, they find the net.
And that's kind of like a dagger into the heart if you're Syracuse right here. You have your star freshman with a highlight reel level goal just to be followed up by a penalty, and then a goal from Maryland coming the other way just a moment later. Really nice job, Chorus, finding Kyle Long. That's just pretty right there. Pretty lacrosse. Stuff that Maryland has done well for so many years now, and they're doing it. Dolan showing some confidence out there. Coming out there and making a play on defense, leaving the cage open.
That's Chorus a rip and a goal. A 4-point lead for Maryland, and he's got a hat trick.
Right there, you can see how quickly this game moves right there and how quickly the Tides can turn against Syracuse right there. Dolan making the play on the other side, and then literally 6 seconds later, it's Maryland scoring. See a nice feed inside. Chorus doing the rest. It was the combination of Chorus, who went to Kyle Long on the last goal. This time, it's Long to Chorus, a dynamic duo forming here in the fourth quarter.
So Maryland's lead is now 4, as Jack Chorus has his third goal.
With the assist to number 23, Kyle Long.
Now Dante Trader, he falls down right there at the 50. Gets back up and somehow gets through it. Here comes Trader. Already got a goal today, looking for 2, he's got it! Dante Trader with the second goal to make it 15-10.
CQ Stadium is roaring for Dante Trader. Something that they hadn't seen from him since back in November when Maryland football had their last game in here in a 37-0 blowout victory over Rutgers. Now here we are in the depths of February, late winter here in Maryland, and Dante Trader's back on the field making highlight reel plays, somehow staying with it, somehow, some way, shaking off one man, stepping up, perfect bounce shot into that top left corner. Talk about an athlete right there.
I mean, that's
towards that national championship. So good things all around from both the lacrosse programs up north in Syracuse.
And another flag flies. This one's going to be against Maryland. It's a great job getting through by Kirst, who takes a shot. That's another flag that will fly. Refs are going to talk about this. Both of those fouls would be against Maryland. So with 2:37 to go here, time is running out for the Orange, but they're going to have a man-up opportunity. Take a look here as Simmons, trying to get through, took a big shot. Molina, who tries one, that one may have hit the post. Coming around to the front, that one put in. It's Jackson Birdwhistle with the goal. It's 15-11 now.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Just 12 seconds coming off the clock right there. That was exactly what you needed if you're Syracuse. Now, those guys do come out of the box. Those were releasable penalties. But still, you give yourself a chance. You got to get this face-off win against Weirman. Very, very tough task. But as we know, anything can happen. Syracuse can go on the run now. Maryland with an important face-off right here. Luke result. Totally lose to a very good Maryland team by 3. This is a very good Syracuse team, and they have a lot to be proud of, especially with the young recruiting class that they have moving forward.
Final seconds are going to tick away, and the Maryland Terrapins are going to bounce back from that tough loss at Loyola with a 3-goal win against Syracuse.
That's exactly what you needed right here. You got a new goalkeeper in the cage. Dolan with a nice job right here. A 20-game home winning streak now for this Maryland. 17 straight non-conference victories at home. An important win for Maryland here today without their star keeper.